Ever feel like this whole AI thing is moving at like warp speed?
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's hard to keep up, right?
Totally. It's exciting, but also kind of like, whoa, hold on a second.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive on a company that's riding that AI wave right up the front.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
They're called Apteo, and they're doing some really cool stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Well, they're using AI to understand customer behavior, especially in e-commerce.
That's smart. Everyone's shopping online these days.
Right. And it's not just about like collecting data. Apteo is using AI to actually figure out what makes customers tick, like what they want before they even know it themselves.
Okay, so more than just like recommending products based on what you already bought.
Way more. It's about predicting future behavior.
Now, that's interesting. How do they even begin to do that?
That's what we're going to unpack today.
I'm intrigued.
Me too. So what I find really fascinating about Apteo is that they're not just sitting on this mountain of customer data.
Right, because data's everywhere.
Exactly. They're using AI to actually make sense of it all, and they're turning those insights into action.
Okay, now we're talking about real value. What kind of action?
Like hyper-targeted marketing campaigns, personalized product recommendations, you name it.
So they're helping businesses get a real edge in what's a really crowded market.
Precisely. And they're doing it all through a software as a service model, or SaaS.
Oh, I see. That makes it accessible to pretty much anyone, right?
Exactly. Businesses, big or small, can tap into Apteo's AI power without having to build their own tech from scratch.
Smart. So it's like they're democratizing AI, in a way.
I like how you put that, because it's not just about having the best technology anymore. It's about making that technology work for everyone.
Absolutely. It seems like Apteo's onto something pretty big here.
They definitely are, and that's what we're going to dig into today, the how and the why of their success.
Let's do it. I'm ready to learn.
All right, let's unpack Apteo's playbook and see what lessons we can all steal.
Steal's a strong word.
Okay, fine. Borrow. Borrow for our own entrepreneurial adventures.
I like the sound of that much better.
So Apteo, they're not just, dipping their toes in the AI pool. They're like doing cannonballs into the deep end.
They're all in, huh?
Totally. And it seems to be working. But what are they actually doing differently? How are they using AI to get these crazy good results for their clients?
Well, a big part of it is personalization.
Personalization, right. Everyone's talking about it.
But Apteo's taking it to a whole other level.
How so?
They're not just recommending products you might like based on, your past purchases.
Which, let's be honest, can be a total hit or miss.
Exactly. Apteo's using AI to anticipate what customers want, sometimes even before they realize it themselves.
Whoa. Okay, so how do they pull that off? Is it like magic?
It's more like really, really smart algorithms.
All right, break it down for me.
So imagine this. You're browsing an online store, right?
I do that.
And you're looking at, say, a new pair of shoes.
Love new shit.
Now, a traditional system might recommend similar shoes or, socks to go with them.
Right, the usual suspects.
But Apteo's AI is looking at way more data points,
Like what?
like how long you spend on certain pages, what you click on, even how often you move your mouse.
You're kidding.
Nope. All of that data feeds into their algorithms.
Okay, and then what? What do they do with all that info?
That's where the magic happens. Apteo can use that data to predict, with a high degree of accuracy, what you're going to buy next.
No way. So they're like fortune tellers, but for shopping carts.
Kind of. They can see patterns in your behavior that you might not even be aware of yourself.
That's both amazing and a little creepy,
Yeah, the whole AI thing is always going to have a bit of that.
True. But hey, if it means I get recommendations that are actually relevant to me, I'm here for it.
Me too. And that's the power of what Apteo's doing.
They're not just throwing darts in the dark, they're using AI to hit the bullseye every time.
Exactly. And that's huge for businesses. Imagine being able to tailor your marketing campaigns to people who are already primed to buy.
No more wasting money on ads that nobody clicks on.
Exactly. It's all about efficiency and ultimately better results.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about having the right strategy.
100%. You need both to succeed in this space.
Which brings me to my next question. Can anyone just buy Apteo software and become an AI-powered marketing genius overnight?
That's a great question. And the answer is, well, it's complicated.
So it's not as easy as just plug it in and watch the profits roll in?
Not quite. I mean, the technology is amazing, don't get me wrong. But
there's always a but.
Right, there's always a but. Even with the best tech in the world, there are always challenges.
Okay, so what are some of the bumps in the road that Apteo's encountered? What can other businesses learn from their, shall we say, learning experiences?
Well, one of the big ones is scalability.
Scalability.
Meaning, Meaning, as Apteo's customer base grows, it gets harder and harder to maintain that same level of, personalized service.
Right, because even though it's AI doing a lot of the heavy lifting, you still need humans in the loop, right?
Exactly. And finding the right balance between automation and human touch, especially as you scale, is really tough.
It's like trying to make 1,000 cups of coffee by hand when you're used to just making one at a time. The quality might suffer if you're not careful.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
And Apteo's been pretty upfront about the fact that, yeah, they've had some growing pains in this area.
Which is understandable. It's a good problem to have, right? Too many customers.
True, but still a problem. They had to make some tough calls about, like, which processes to automate further, how to streamline their customer support, all that fun stuff.
And without compromising the customer experience, right? Because that's what sets them apart.
Exactly. They're walking a tightrope, for sure.
It sounds like they're navigating it pretty well, though, at least from what we've seen.
They are. And that's a testament to their, adaptability and their willingness to learn and adjust as they go.
Which is a key takeaway for any business, really, especially in the fast-paced world of AI.
Absolutely. You got to be able to roll with the punches and pivot when you need to.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Apteo, what are some of the big picture lessons you hope our listeners take away?
Well, I think the biggest one is that AI is a tool. It's a powerful tool, no doubt. But it's still just a tool.
It's not a magic bullet, right?
Exactly. It's up to us, the humans, to use it wisely and ethically.
To make sure it's actually benefiting people, not just, making a quick buck.
Precisely. We need to be mindful of the potential downsides of AI, like bias and job displacement, and find ways to mitigate those risks.
Because at the end of the day, technology should be serving us, not the other way around.
100%.
Yeah.
It's about finding that balance between innovation and responsibility.
I love that. Innovation with responsibility. That's a great tagline for, well, pretty much everything these days.
Right. It applies to so much more than just AI.
Well said. It's been fascinating exploring the world of AI-powered business through the lens of Apteo. Thanks to our expert for joining us and dropping so much knowledge.
My pleasure. Always happy to talk about this stuff.
And to our listeners, as always, thanks for tuning in to this deep dive. Now go forth and innovate responsibly.